What is up, everybody? It's your boy Rogue here. So, I'm tired as hell, but I want to bring you guys a video. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about Floodgates are making a comeback. And it's going to be talking about everything that's going to be, I think, that's going to be in the metagame post Phantom Nightmare. You guys will be getting this on Saturday, which is the Phantom Nightmare sneak peek. So, with that being said, let's get straight into the video before my microphone dies. Starting off with the first Floodgate that I think a lot of players will catch on to, especially if I top 8 my regionals next week. And that's going to be Skill Drain. Now, for you guys that's been following my blog series, you guys know I'm running a budget version of Fire Kings, right? And bruh, I gotta say, Skill Drain has won me so many freaking games I shouldn't have won. I've gotten D-shifted, I've gotten hit with Droll. I'm just like, okay, set Skill Drain, have my Garunix, pass. My opponent gets cocky trying to pop off, flip Skill Drain. They're like, ooh, they pass. And I just win. Skill Drain literally does what the card says it's supposed to do. Suck the skill out of the game. Now, if you guys are new to the channel and new to the actual game of Yu-Gi-Oh, because I've run into a lot of new players recently who haven't played in years, Skill Drain is a card that says you activate it, pay 1,000 life points, negate the effects of all face-up monsters on the field. So with that being said, essentially it's called a floodgate due to the fact that if you activate it, you pretty much almost auto-win. Outside of Fire Kings, it can be abused in certain decks, maybe like Branded, for example. Maybe Branded decided. Like I played against Branded, activated Skill Drain on them, and they were able to still make big, beefy monsters to come back. So I said it to say this. I know it ain't the best card. A lot of people ain't running right now. But in the Fire King deck, dog, if you're playing Fire King, even if you're not playing the budget version, if you're playing just the regular version, and you're not at least side decking Skill Drain, you're crazy in my opinion. But I do understand that most Fire King decks nowadays, especially post Phantom Nightmare, they're really heavily Snake Eyes focused and not really Fire King focused. So if you're playing a pure Fire King deck like myself, you have a huge advantage over guys that are using a Snake Eyes engine, because you're having big monsters on the board, they're having little weenies on the board. So something to think about, of course. Next card I want to talk about, AntiSpell Fragance. Another card I've personally been citing thanks to the OCG. Shout out to the OCG players. You guys are awesome. And I just looked again recently, and there was another side deck in the OCG using it. I think it's because of this new deck. I just finished watching MST.TV's video about the top decks post Phantom Nightmare. There's a new ritual deck, I'm assuming that's coming out in the Phantom Nightmare, called Vocal Voice or whatever. Maybe it's already out already. I don't know. I don't keep up with the sets like I used to. All I know is it's a ritual-based deck, and it's supposed to be good. So if you go first, flip the AntiSpell Fragance, it's GG no re, especially if you have a good deck like Fire Kings. However, outside of that deck, I've been siding it against Branded. I've been siding AntiSpell against freaking Rescue Ace. I've been siding AntiSpell Fragance against the Fire King Mirror Match, against the Sinful Spoil stuff. And guess what? It's been seeing me some success. So AntiSpell Fragance is one of the best floodgates right now, next to Skill Drain in my opinion. And I think coming into the upcoming format that we're going to be in next Saturday, which is my regionals week, is going to suck. But yeah, I think it's going to be really good, because literally, you activate it on draw phase. If your opponent does not have the Cosmic Cyclone to get rid of, because everyone in their motto is either side decking Cosmic Cyclone or main decking Cosmic Cyclone, they lost. And I think it distributes just as how good that card is. I'm not going to really explain it, but if you guys don't know what it does, you activate it. Spell cards have to be set and cannot be activated until the next turn. So essentially, you set up your board. The whole theory behind it is make your field, set it, pass. During your opponent's draw phase, activate it. Pray they don't have the Cosmic Cyclone. If they don't, they're going to be essentially 2 turns behind you. And that's going to give you enough time to win, especially if you already have, like, let's say if you're playing Fire Kings, for example, you're going to have your island set up. You're going to win. If you don't win, they just have really good plays, which is kind of like really rare. I mean, decks can play out of it, though. Obviously, like Branded, they have monsters that can fuse and make their one guy, I forgot his name, the one that blows up the one that banishes from the extra deck to banish the card on the board. But other than that, man, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna win if you flip AntiSpell, hands down. It's one of the best floodgates in the game right now currently. Next up, now these are probably going to see the most popular ones on the market coming out of the side deck. A lot of rogue decks are going to play this, especially Flunderies. I'm talking about Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fisher. Alright guys, my microphone had died, so I'm going to start off where I ended off at. So Macrocosmos and Defish are also good floodgates in the metagame, and I think they're going to be everywhere coming post Phantom Nightmare. As I was stating, Flunderies is a thing. the deck does not care about, you know, their cards being banished. On top of that, if you can run a deck that can abuse the cards really good, Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fish, if you guys don't know what they do, Macrocosmos, you flip it up, all cards go to the graveyard. Defisher, monsters go to the graveyard. The benefit is Defisher, you can activate it in your turn 1 to dodge draw, and it's pop off with your Flunderies deck or whatever deck that needs to dodge draw, that doesn't have to worry about their stuff. They don't care about their stuff being banished. And the same thing with Macro, but Macrocosmos is a little bit better because it banishes spell and traps, effectively stopping your opponent from abusing the second effect of Fire King Skyburn to get the protection. So those cards are really good. They're really powerful. And they're some of the best floodgates in the format. If my energy seems off, I literally just destroyed this TV dinner. It was like chicken tikka masala. If you guys know about chicken tikka masala, you guys know that meal is awesome. I'm tired as heck trying to get this video out. But yeah, man, those are one of the best floodgates right now. And I think they're going to be everywhere because a lot of decks outside of Flunderies, even like Exosister, for example, even though it's not that good of a deck, it can abuse it. Crystal Beast, that's a sleeper. People don't talk about it, but it can abuse those cards. So just be on the lookout, man. Those cards are really good, and I can see people abusing those a lot. Summon Limit, another card that people will be abusing post Phantom Nightmare. A lot of decks are trying to spam out right now. Specifically, Snake Eyes decks. There's a bunch of different versions of Snake Eyes. The most popular one is Snake Eyes Fire Kings. You limit your opponent to summon twice in a turn, and you go first, and you set this. You almost auto win unless they quick play draw a Cosmic Cyclone. So some of them is really good. It's dirt cheap. People have been citing it for a few formats now, and considering cards like Rivalry and Ghostmatch are gone, and everyone's not really thinking about floodgates as much, I can see a lot of people playing this card. Heck, at the start of this current format we're in now, this little mini format before Phantom Nightmare drop, people were citing it in. I don't see it as much now, but people were citing it for a hot minute because they predicted Fire King Snake Eyes to be the best deck, which I don't think it is right now. I think the best deck right now is personally Branded Despia, and I think moving forward, Branded Despia might just be the best deck because the Gimme Puppet Lock is just that good, and they have multiple routes to get the Gimme Puppet Lock on top of being able to main deck Super Poly with a bunch of different Super Poly targets. However, with that being said, I can see some of them being good. Speaking of Super Poly, man, be on the lookout for the Yugioh deck. That deck's insane. No, not a lot of people are talking about it. I know Lithium 2300, shout out to Lithium. I saw a video on it. He did. That deck abuses Super Poly like a mother effer, bro. Don't sleep on the Yugioh deck. Trust me, do not sleep. You guys will lose. But yeah, man, some of them is going to be really good. And also, this is something that a lot of people aren't talking about. Kind of going under the radar. This is just my own little idea. I think the statue cards, the other barrier statues, will come into play a little bit more in this format. Specifically the fire one and the earth one. I did play against the earth deck at my locals like a week ago. That was able to cheese out the earth barrier statue. Which, if I wasn't playing the version of Fire Kings I was playing, I probably would have lost. And I think also the Fire Barrier statue is really good for the Fire King deck because you can just side it in against decks like Branded Despia or whatever deck you're scared of. And then if you have a follow-up play to protect the barrier statue, like a Karen in hand or however route you're going to protect it, you can just auto-win against the opponent. Like, normal barrier statue, set up your Fire King board, pass. It's a fire statue. Your opponent can't spell. Now you effectively locked your opponent out of special summoning. Now you got to think like, dang, this is annoying. I got to figure out a way to get rid of this card before I can start spamming the board. They might just normal summon, try to attack over it. Then you can just go, okay, activate Karen, pop Karen, revive this, pop your guy. Just make it really annoying for them. So it's not going to automatically just win you the game, but some games you might just be able to win, especially if your opponent brick and they're playing Branded Despia and they just open up the Branded Fusion. You're going to be in a really good position. So tell me what you guys think about this video. Comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. If you want to subscribe for more, please subscribe. Also, check out my links in the description below for discount codes. I got discount links for my sponsor, Imperium Duelist. I also got discount links for my other sponsor, Yugioh Mint. Save you guys some money if you guys want to be shopping for Yugioh products. All right, check the description down below. It's your boy Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Peace.